Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus Devon's Path. So, I have found a game to fill that fourth void, and that's going to be the demo for Changeling Tale, which looks pretty amazing. The art style is absolutely incredible, and the music is wonderful. So, I'm waiting for that to download. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for this one to download. I don't know why. It's just downloading slowly, and I have a great connection. But anyway, let's jump right back into where we left off. And unscrew the filter from the lens and show it to Miko. He takes the ring and rotates it in his fingers, observing how it brightens and darkens the image depending on the angle. At a good angle, it cleans out all the reflections nicely. I would still need a lot of luck to get a good shot, though. I glance outside again, just in case. But behind the window, only snowflakes dance in the Arctic air. Meanwhile, Miko opens his bags and starts unpacking his stuff. Oh, you need any help with that? Sweet of you to ask, but there's not that much to it. I seriously doubt that, but I'm not going to press. Maybe he's afraid to let me handle his gear. I always have been a bit of a clumsy type. I better leave him now and go pack myself too. Sorry that this visit was so brief, but I should be going already. Aww. Visit me sometime later too, okay? Sure thing, we'll have plenty of time. See you later. See you, Carvin. It's really nice to see him again and spend some time together. It takes me back to my adolescence and all those memories I have of it. Some rose-tinted and drenched in warm sunlight, some bittersweet, but not any less precious. Although, it also feels a bit awkward. There are some unresolved things hanging between us that neither of us have tried to talk about them since we were reunited. At the end of middle school, I developed a crush on him and started to avoid him for that reason. I wasn't ready to admit it, even to myself, that I might not be straight. Thankfully, it's all in the past now. I got over my crush on him after a few hard months that felt like a fever dream. After middle school, we each went to different high schools and our paths separated. Miko tried to keep in touch, but I couldn't bring myself to talk with him. We separated without a goodbye. This year, however, we found ourselves studying at the same university, although in different departments. We just resumed our friendship as if nothing had happened, but we both know there are things we will have to talk about sooner or later. Maybe that will give me some sense of closure. Closing a chapter so that we can start a new one. But for now, I prefer to just enjoy his company while I can. I really missed him, and seeing him smile makes me happy too. And he seems truly happy for the camp. I haven't seen him this cheerful in, well, maybe ever. I wonder what view I have from here. I should be able to see more of the landscape than from the ground floor at least. I pick up my bag and take out my instant camera. It's only for special occasions, but this certainly is one. Walking up to the window, I take a look outside. From here, I can see a few lakes and clearings, spots of shimmering water and white splotches between the trees. Soft white fluff is covering everything in sight, and it's starting to snow again. A blanket of gray clouds hangs heavy above the land, casting shadows over everything. I love this kind of weather. There's something mysterious about dark days like today, as if the earth is covering itself in snow and shade to hide its secrets from our eyes. The snowflakes dance in the air before my eyes, blown around by the wind, blind and silent. By the wind, blind and silent. By the wind, blind and silent. I wish I could see some more birds, but that's unlikely, especially with the snow getting heavier again. I could spend the whole day just looking at the landscape, though. I open the window and cold wind pushes in, ruffling my fur. It smells of pines and earth. I turn on the camera and lean on the windowsill, creating a bipod with my arms. A quick look into the viewfinder to find the right frame. Click! I swiftly close the window. The air in the room is much chillier now. Pardon me, guys. And my fur is all bristled from the unfriendly wind, but I have my photo. I pull it out from the camera and quickly stow it in the camera bag to shield it from the light. If I just left it in the open, it would have been ruined. Instant photos require a lot of care. I still have a few minutes left to unpack. Take my shoes off. I should have done it before walking straight across the room. and put on the lighter ones I took from my bag. The next few minutes are spent on emptying my bag and putting everything in its newly assigned places. I'm done just before the 30 minutes have passed. I take the photo out of the bag, careful not to touch the surface. Otherwise, I could leave pad prints on it and never be able to get rid of them. The photo turned out pretty much as I wanted. The ominous sky fills most of the frame, outstretched above the fuzzy dark green splotch of the forest beneath, all behind the swirl of snowflakes. You never know what you'll end up with when taking an instant photo, or using a film in general. That's precisely what I love about it. When I know exactly what photo I want to take, I use my DSLR. But when I want to capture not a scene, but a mood or a feeling, something fleeting and delicate, I take out the instant camera. Often, what I end up loving most in these photos are the imperfections, like the overexposed white spaces where something should be but isn't. There's just a blank space left for our imagination. Those photos seem alive in a way. That's what I'm aiming for here. I want a reminder of this place and this moment for the future me. I can sense that there's something significant about this camp, as if something important is bound to happen here. My feline sense tells me that. I grab my camera bag, put the exposed photo in a side pocket, and leave the room. The corridors are all empty. Everyone must have already got there. Let's go ahead and save real quick. A quick glance at my watch tells me it's 13:31, so I'm barely late by a minute. But lunch is the last thing I'd want to be late to. I open the door and enter the cafeteria. Looks like I'm not the last one. Most of the seats are occupied, but some of the students I saw on the bus are not here yet. The cafeteria is spacious and pretty modern, much better than what I would expect from a rural guest house. Some plants are lined up against the southern wall with windows, and lamps hanging from the ceiling light up the room. I see 2 tables with people I know. Miko is sitting at the end of the room with that bear I met earlier and a raccoon I don't know, and Lake is sitting at the table just next to me. That's just next to that one, together with Coach and Rune. Lake notices me first and waves to me enthusiastically. Stupid Lake. I hesitate for a moment, but I walk up to the table where Lake, Rune, and Coach are sitting and sit down beside the lion. I feel a slight twinge of guilt, though. I want to make some new friends, but I don't want Miko to feel like I'm pushing him aside. I glance at the second table, and I see he's chatting with the raccoon, the bear listening to their conversation. Maybe I'm worrying over nothing. Hey, Carvin! I didn't see you here, so I figured you'd be late and saved you a seat. Unpacked already? Yeah, it took me longer than expected, but I managed to take a photo I even liked, so it wasn't a waste of time. How about you? Oh, yeah! I love the room I got. It's so nice, and I've got a huge bed all for myself. And maybe the most comfortable carpet I've ever put my paws on. It's really comfortable. The university didn't skimp on this for sure. I got a room with Jorgen. Do you know him? He's studying astrophysics and he's in my group. One of the best there is, actually. Sometimes I feel stupid compared to him. Like in the last class we had, he finished everything an hour before me, and that's just usual for him. He told me that he will be late. He needs to finish something. I don't know what. I start to tune out and just nod, mentally tired after the ride and the unpacking. Thankfully, I have no problems with falling asleep on a bus, but it's not exactly comfortable. I do like Lake a lot, but his enthusiasm can be exhausting at times. Oh, sorry guys, another yawn. I shift my attention to the pair sitting across the table from us, Coach and Rune. They seem to know each other, which isn't a surprise. They're much more casual with each other than I thought they would be, though. I'm still getting used to it. Hell, I don't know if I ever will. You know, it's really funny hearing you talk about things completely normal to us. I had no idea Americans and Norwegians are that different. Yes, but it only makes me more glad that I'm here instead of back there. Carvin? What about the photo you mentioned? I open my mouth to reply, but I'm interrupted by the waiter putting plates with our meals on the table. Lake shifts his attention towards the plates, looking at them hungrily with his snout ajar as if he hasn't seen food in a year. He is a lion. Ooh, that's nicer than I expected. Before us are 2 sizable dishes, one with what looks like a root vegetable stew, and the other with some sort of salad. There is also a basket with bread and a plate with sunshine buns, each of them wrapped in a paper for convenience. Ooh, I love those. Soft and fluffy, smelling of cardamom and cinnamon. They became my go-to dessert after moving to Norway. Lake is first to the salad spoon and starts putting food on his plate. When he finishes, I extend my paw to take the spoon from him, but he shakes his head and starts filling my plate with food too. Don't bother. How much do you want? I think I can see Coach looking at us out of the corner of my eye. Suddenly I start feeling very self-conscious. Maybe a bit more. Thanks. Oh, that smells good. Until now, I didn't really realize how hungry I was. I grab a slice of rye bread and start eating the stew. It has a rich, earthy taste, and the turnips add a crunchy texture. It's flavored masterfully, not bland and not too strong, with a hint of thyme and smoked paprika. Oh, that's good. I needed that. Suddenly, I hear the door to the cafeteria opening. I turn in their direction and see a figure clad in dark clothes entering the room. Ah, yes, the man of mystery. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Part of his shirt is untucked and the other isn't. Well, that's weird! A black cat, I think? With their dyed hair and somewhat elegant clothing, they certainly stand out from the crowd. They look in our direction for a moment, but instead of joining us, sit down at the table next to ours where Miko is sitting. After him, another person enters the room. A bat, rather short, wearing a poncho and a scarf. A rather unusual look, but somehow it works on them. I don't think I've seen anyone wearing a poncho in Norway yet. But now that I think of it, they should work very well here in this climate. They look around the cafeteria, searching for something or someone. They finally see us and start walking in our direction. Jorgen, come over here, we're already eating. Huh, so that's the roommate he was talking about. He seems like an artsy type, not someone who I normally would associate with Lake. Jorgen joins us in silence, sitting down and pouring himself some juice from a pitcher. Try some stew, it's really good. Wait, I'll just put some on your plate too. Lake does as he says while Jorgen is sipping on his juice. What a weird pair. Two complete opposites, an extroverted volcano of energy and a stoic introvert. Finished everything you had to? I wouldn't be here otherwise, would I? Hi. I'm Carvin. You're a friend of Lake, yes? I think you could say that, yes. Good meeting you then. Likewise. His expression definitely doesn't say so. Well, I tried. Alrighty, I'm going to pause it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been another episode of Dawn Chorus, Devon's Path. I didn't see very much of Devon. Saw Devon a little bit in this episode, but we're getting there. By golly, we're going to get there all right. I just wonder how that situation is going to work out. I'm betting that he and Rune are seeing each other, casually or something like that. They don't seem... They seem kind of intimate, but not in the way that you are with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!